Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. This is Marquita from At Home with Quita, and here I share tips on how to plan a balanced life. So if you're new here, I hope that you'll consider subscribing. So y'all, I am going to be doing a little bit of some monthly planning and getting my planner prepared for December. Can y'all believe that it's already December? Like, this is so crazy that we're about to be in 2023. Okay, so I thought I would share with you guys the process of me doing that. I also am going to be doing my own sort of Vlogmas type situation or Planmas type situation, which I've never done before. I am going to try to film a video a day, only on the weekdays, for the whole month of December, y'all. So stick with me, okay? Because I am in need of a little bit of a refresh on my channel. I've been doing so many other things that I have kind of let YouTube fall by the wayside, and I'm ready to get back into it. So that's what we're going to be doing on today's video. We're going to be doing a monthly little refresh, or preparing myself for the month of December. All of the inserts that I'm going to be using, kind of switching things out and making sure I'm ready to go. So let's get into it. All right, y'all, so this is my planner. By the way, y'all, I'm using my camera that I've had for some time. It's the Sony ZV-1. I usually use it for vlogging, but I don't vlog that much. So I usually use my Canon 80D. So I'm testing this camera out to see if I like the quality of it. And so you guys will have to let me know in the comments. So you guys already seen how my planner is laid out. So I'm just gonna kind of show you what I do in preparation for the next month, okay? So I plan in various sections of my planner. I have about 12 sections of my planner, as you guys already know. And so the first thing that I do is I purge out all of my old inserts. So I already purged it out for my calendar section. I was using the vertical week on 2, but I decided that I want to use a new set of inserts. Okay, so these are all of the inserts that I pulled from Fancy Plans Co. so that I could see, or so I could switch out some things and add some different things. So I'm going to be trying a new layout, y'all. I don't know, I pulled a couple. Okay, so I pulled the monthly tasks layout. I was thinking maybe I would try this because y'all haven't been doing much planning in my weekly, like day by day. And so with the monthly tasks, it allows you to kind of just, you know, plan for or make like checklists of different things. So it has the daily tasks here. So you could put the date at the top for each week. It has enough for each week. And you could plan that way, like a list method. And then the monthly is just your standard monthly, just like this. And so you could refer to that as opposed to having every week planned for. And then this little section here is kind of like do what you want. So it has different things here. It has like a grid section, a list section. It has a couple of different trackers there, and a place for you to write some notes and just different things. So you're basically structuring this however you'd like. So I was thinking, y'all, maybe I would use this layout. I don't know. I might try it for the month of December just to see how it would work again, because I wasn't planning day by day. Then I pulled my December for my my business planner. I always use the subject style. It just works for me. And then I was thinking, y'all, maybe I would switch to the dashboard layout for my regular planning. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think I'm going to try the monthly task because I don't think I've given it a fair chance, and I want to give it a fair chance. So I think I'm going to use that particular layout. We'll see how it goes. All right, so that's the first thing that I do. So since I'm going to be using monthly tasks, I need to put this into my regular section, which is right here. So this is my calendar section here. So I'm just going to pop these in, and then I'm going to move this stuff over because this is my little page marker that stays in here as sort of a dashboard of sorts, so I can just add some important things. And so we need to put that where it goes. All right, I've already added my 2023 year at a glance, so we're good there. All right, and so we're gonna pop this into, I have to decide if I want it here or if I want it here. I think I'm going to start out with it here just because I'm not sure yet how it's going to be used. And I'll do a plan with me if you guys want to see like how I would use this particular layout. Once I get my bearings and figure out how I want to use this layout, I will do that. All right, so I remove all of the old inserts for the previous months and I add in the new inserts. Now, technically it is the 30th of November, so I do have one more day in the current month, or actually not one more day. I have, well, one more day in the month of November, but then the week probably would go, I mean, it would go until Sunday. So we would have the rest of those days as well. Like for instance, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Like this, I wouldn't remove these yet because I still need Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so we've got those added in here. So I'm excited to see how this is going to work for me. I'll no longer need this habit tracker because I can use the sidebar here for the habits. And I think that's going to work out great. It's also less inserts, so it's going to make my planner less bulky. All right, so I don't need to remove anything from here. I'm going to go section by section. This is my next month section. So I technically could go ahead and put January in here if I wanted to, and I could be ready to go. But I'm not going to do that because my planner's already pretty much at capacity. I don't need to remove anything from my routine section because that's going to stay as is. The school section, I already switched out the old one and put in my new one here. So this is going to be for December. This is what I use to track all of Addison's calendar things that are going on at the school. And then I put her grades and I break down the calendar things here on the task list. And then it does have some additional little lists here that I could use as well. So my school section is done. Then when we get to the meal planning section, I think what I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm going to try something. Well, not try something different because it was something that I did in the past, but I'm going to try to keep a meal planner in here like I used to. Now, I'm not going to keep the full meal planner in. Well, I actually am because I already have. The other half is in here already. So I started from family favorites and this is all standard stuff. So I don't redo this every single month. So the meal planner is designed in a way to where you could remove all of this after you get done with your weeklies. So these are each week right here. And it has notes on the back so that it doesn't break anything up. So you can only just put this in here if you want to do just 4 or 5 weeks of meal planning. And then this is the extra stuff. So these are all the recipe cards, items to keep on hand, family favorites, and all of that stuff. So you could keep that in your dedicated recipe keeper or meal planner if you'd like. I do have those items in here as well. And so this, since I keep mine as standard, I just replace this every single month. Well, I'm going to be, because I was just meal planning on my regular weekly calendar, and I'm not sure if I'm probably not going to do it that way any longer. I may start popping these in my regular planner week. I'm not sure yet if I want to do that either. So I think I want to put this here now that I look at it, and I want to put these in the back as like fill in this section. All right, so, and I think I have recipe cards in here already. I think I do. Let's see. Yep, I sure do. So it's designed in a way where you can kind of move things around. So like I said, I separated that from these inserts, and then I could take the recipe cards, because they're all double-sided with just recipe cards. I can move those around, and then I can keep that separate. You can kind of break things up. So I don't need any of this right now. So I'm going to put that in my meal planner, my recipe keeper planner, and I will use that later and pull from that as needed. All right. So I am going to add this fill paper to the back of here. So I could use that if I need to pop that in my week. All right. So that section is cleaned and purged. So this is a part of my monthly process every single month. And then I go to the financial section. I've already started planning for December, and so I don't need to purge anything out there. I do have some months here that I've already planned for. At the end of the year, I'll purge those out. I'll start fresh. So I do keep some fill paper here as well for the next month. All right, so I will be planning for that. And then in the work section, again, I am using the subject style layout. So I will go ahead and pull the subject style layout, which is over here. And I'll just pop this in after November, because again, I still need that additional week to round out the rest of the month. So I'll pop this in here. I also do look in those particular sections and I see if there's anything else that can be purged outside of the calendar inserts. So I look through and I see if there's anything that I need. Like I already track my YouTube ideas on Notion now. I'll do a video on Notion if you guys want me to. So I don't necessarily need this anything anymore because I already transferred all of this onto my Notion template. So these are all of my ideas for videos, and so I no longer need this. All right, so to create for a shop, this is a list of things that I wanted to create. Create for shop. Sometimes y'all make these inserts and I'm like, I don't know what that is for. I'm gonna keep that. My Planner University series, all of my ideas for different things. I need those. Still tracking my stats since November of last year. Yeah, November of last year, y'all. So this is a year of stats that I wrote in. Of course, you know, this is every day writing it in, but November of last year, I was at 71,000 on YouTube, y'all, and I'm at 222,000. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So I should write that in, right? So let me get the exact number just so I have it here, y'all, because I'm going to keep this until this is all filled in. So I'm not going to waste that. So let me quickly look up that just so I can write that in. But when you see it like this, you can see the progression of everything. Like even with Facebook, I had 6,100, right, followers on Facebook. And now I have 63,000. Y'all, this is insane. So this is why it's important to track things, y'all. So 222,264 on YouTube. That, okay. My Instagram is the only thing that I can't, it's just tough. I was at 51,000, now I'm at 59,000. Instagram is just so finicky, y'all. It's just, sometimes it just annoys me. So let me see if I could pull that number so I can, I said, and I put an A here and an F here for each one. So I have to see, that's for Instagram. I just wanted to write in Facebook really quickly because I'm just so proud of that. So 63,000, that's crazy. From 6,000 to 63,000 in a year. So I've been really trying to just focus on all platforms the same. And for some reason, I'm growing really fast on YouTube and Facebook. So anyways, we're trying to purge things out, but sometimes I get sidetracked. All right, so I need that. I need this. I need that. I don't think I need this, y'all. Yeah, I don't think I need that, so I'm going to remove that. And then all of this business stuff, I'm pretty sure I need. Okay, then we get to the wellness section. It's just really a blood pressure tracker. Faith is just a couple of things in here as well. Home, family goals, all of that stuff is the same. So only other thing I need to go in and replace is in my goals section. I need to put in my goals fold out. So I was trying to test out whether or not I wanted to use this, which I can't remember the name of this insert, y'all. Categorize goals or something like that. That has it broken out by life area, and you can put 3 goals underneath that. I thought maybe I would want to do that for this year, but I don't know. I'm still toying with the idea of which one I want to use. So I'm going to keep them both in here, and I'll do a video on which one I decide to do. It's either going to be the goals fold out, which you guys see me do every single year. And I think you guys will probably want to see me do that again this year. Y'all, why do I have this mixed in with the goals fold out? Okay, I need to go down and grab what I need to put actually goes here. So you guys see me do this every single year. So I'll do that again this year. But if I decide to do it this way, then I'll do it this year. But I think I'm going to probably just do the goals fold out. So I need to go down and grab what I actually need. This is an at a glance. So I'll pop this in for now until I go down and grab the remainder of it. All right, and so in terms of purging, I have purged everything out that I need to purge out. So now we can move on to adding some other inserts. So I wanted to use these in my work section because these are great for breaking down video ideas. So as you can see here, I have some video ideas broken down. So I'm going to be doing 10 Amazon kitchen organization finds, Amazon viral finds, and I'm going to start a series where I share with you guys Fancy Plans Co. bestsellers. And I think that's going to be really, really cool. So you guys can get a chance to see some of the bestsellers from the shop. So this is a great way with these inserts to be able to break that down. So I'm going to put a few of these. I feel like I want to put the whole stack in here, but I'm just going to do a few sheets because I don't have that much space, and I'm going to put that in the back. I also love these for breaking things down as well. and making lists. So I'm going to take a few of those, and I'll store the extra inserts in a planner that I have off to the side, and I'll put these in my meal planner. So I have these as well. All right, and I'm just going to tuck these in the back just so I have them. That's where I keep my fill paper. Okay, so now that we have purged out everything we need to purge out, we can go ahead and start planning for the different sections. All right, so I am probably not going to talk you through the whole thing of this because it's a little bit of a lengthy process, y'all. I'm probably just going to speed through. Y'all, these are sample meals, by the way. I'm going to be doing a video on these. These are really, really cool. I started doing a few sample meals. You can do this. This is double-sided. This little insert is available in our shop in half letter size only, but you can do your sample meals. That way, if you're wondering what to make for dinner, you don't feel like trying to plan everything out, you have a sample meal here that you can use to just pull from to be able to cook for that week. So these are really cool. All right, so I'm gonna pull this out because it's making my planner a little bit too bulky, and I'm gonna put that in my meal planner. All right, so again, now we are ready to start the actual planning process of this whole thing. All right, so I'm only gonna plan out my month here because I'm not quite sure yet how I want to plan my weeks out, and it's not technically December yet. So I have the rest of this week, and then I need to figure out how I want to use this page, and then I'm gonna start breaking my tasks down. So I'm gonna go ahead and just plan my month out, and how I do that is I look on my at a glance pages to see what I have already planned for the month of December. And then I write in my recurring things as well. So I'm gonna move some of this stuff to the side, y'all. By the way, I don't know if I told you guys, I don't think I did, but we have coil planners now. So we have several different varieties. We have pretty much all of our most popular layouts. As you can see, the coil there. And so this is the vertical layout, undated. And so if you're a coil person and you don't really like the disc life, we now have coil planners. So they come with the entire year, and then also a little page flag here, so that way you can easily get to the various sections, and you can pull this out and move it around as needed. Only for the planners, the full year planners. All right, and then we have meal planners. We are going to be adding fitness planners, budget planners. All of that will be coiled as well, because I know a lot of you guys are coil people. So the meal planner I just showed you is all in here. This is 6 months. So it'll include 6 months, because look how thick that 6 months is, y'all. So this is something that I was trying to figure out. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to use this or just add the meal planning inserts here. So I have 1 more month to test out all of this stuff. And if I feel like something's not working, then I can always move on to something else. That's the beauty of owning your own shop, y'all. Okay, so there we go. I just thought I would share that with you guys. All right, so now I tend, y'all, not to use as many stickers. I don't know, I've just changed. And yeah, I'm loving this new me. It just simplifies my planning and allows me to really focus on just what's important in my planning, as opposed to feeling like I have to get all the things, I have to use all the things. It's just, for me, it's working out so great. And if I, want to use a sticker or two, I can. But in my monthly spread, I don't typically use stickers anymore, y'all. Isn't that very interesting? So here's my at a glance pages, just in case you were wondering how those look. And so these are really cool, because you can see everything at a glance. So this was my whole entire year. So we are looking at December, and I always come here first whenever something comes up, and I write it in. Sometimes I do on my phone too, y'all. I'll go in on my phone and I will put something in, especially if I'm on the go. So I'm just gonna do a quick glance for November, and it's typically gonna be weekend stuff. So I'm gonna see if I put anything on a Saturday, Sundays. Yep, see? On the 3rd, there's supposed to be a bake-off. Some friends are gathering some of the kids from our congregation, and they're doing a bake-off. Y'all, I thought that was so cute. So that's on the 3rd, so I'm gonna write that in. Okay, so let's just move through the month just to see if I put anything on the 17th. So we're going to Chattanooga. All right. my sister and brother-in-law's anniversary is on the 31st. All right, that's it. So that happens sometimes because sometimes I don't have my planner near me, so I'm not able to write it in, and that's fine. All right, so now that I have that written in, I'm going to speed through me filling in my monthly calendar because you guys don't need me to talk you through all of that. All I literally do is date it out. On the sidebar here, I'll put some things that I pull from my inbox. I have a whole inbox section here, and with my inbox, it's just a dump of things that don't have a date. And so I need to get those things accomplished. And so here they are. So I will pull some of these things from here based on their urgency, and I will add those to my month so I can get those done as well. All right. So that's my first stop, is my inbox, to dump things out that don't have a particular date tied to them. If they do have a date tied to them, then I'm going to write them on my year at a glance pages. All right. Or I'm going to put them on my phone calendar where you just saw, and then eventually they'll go into my at a glance pages. All right. So let's date this month out, y'all. All right, y'all, so this is all of my monthly, recurring, and then things that are not recurring as well. I added on the calendar as well, and I put a little dot so that would stand out that it's not a recurring thing. And then I put on the sidebar some things that I pull from my inbox that I want to get accomplished this month. And then that is pretty much it when it comes to monthly planning. Y'all see how simple that is, right? And it didn't take me that long at all. All right, so I'm going to pop these back in my planner and move on to school. All right, so the school section, again, we use this particular insert here, which works out very well. And so when in the calendar here, I highlight some things that are important only for school. And then down here, I break down what that actually is because there's not enough room to write it in. And then I also like to keep Addison's grades here, any important information. We do have a class party coming up. So I'm gonna write some ideas here. I'm the room mom this year. I'm pretty much the room mom every year. And this year I am the room mom all by myself, okay? Usually I have another parent that volunteers with me. Our kids have been going, been in the same class for the last 2 years, but her kid is not in Addison's class this year. So I don't have her there for us to work together. So it's just me, okay? And I can do it. So I'm gonna write that here, that this is gonna be for the class party ideas. And I talked to Addison last night and she gave me some ideas from what I've done before and what she really enjoyed. So I'm going to write those in there and then we'll decide what we want to do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and date this out. And then I have a whole way that I do this to be able to, I write in all the dates and then I write in just the important things coming up for school only. So I'm going to write that in real quick. And then you guys, and then Addison's teacher always sends a monthly newsletter. So I look on the newsletter, make sure I'm not forgetting anything, testing or anything like that. So there is testing on the 5th. And there's testing on the 7th and the 8th. Okay. And then there's a digital learning day on the 6th. All right. And that is technically stuff that I need to add to my regular calendar as well. So that was a part of the step that I kind of went out of order in, but I do want to put that on the monthly because I just need it there as well. I want to put, especially the digital learning day, because that is important. I'm going to put that here, and that's a DLD day, or DLD. At school. All right, perfect. So I know that. And y'all, I'm also going to put it on my calendar because I need it to pop up as an alert. Okay, all day. And then I want it to alert me 2 days before and then on the day of the event, add. All right, perfect. Y'all, that's just a part of my process. Not gonna add testing here. That's the main thing that I wanted to add. I will only just keep the testing in the actual school section. All right. Okay, so now I looked at the newsletter. I think I have everything covered. Let me just make sure. And I'm gonna finish filling all of this in. All right, I am done with planning for school, y'all. So I need to write December, and this is 2022. These are perfect, y'all. If you don't want to use a full insert, you just want just one page to be able to kind of jam pack everything all in. I think this is a great option because you have your calendar here, but then you still have place for a task list and some other lists. So I think this is a great option. All right, so we're done planning for school. So I wrote in all of the dates here. I put the little triangle here to highlight things that are happening on that day. And then I broke them down here by the date. All right, so that's as simple as I go with the school planning. All right, I also kind of want to check the school, like the general school calendar, just to see if there are any events. So we're gonna go to her school. And I just want to check and see if there's anything just on the actual school calendar, because sometimes they have little things that they do. Okay, and then also, y'all, I'm glad I checked. December 6th is also, well, it's a digital learning day. Perfect. Okay, that's why they made it a digital learning day. I forgot, because of the election voting stuff. Okay, perfect. All right, looks like the December calendar has like club stuff and she's not in any clubs right now. All right, so we are moving on to meal planning, y'all. Okay, this is the at a glance meal planning pages. I need to replace these eventually with 2023, but y'all, it's been hit or miss for me to be able to plan in this way. Sometimes I have been writing in some recipes, some meal planning things that I wanted to do for dinner early on. So this is a great place to kind of pre-plan for that, but most of the time I don't. What I've been doing is writing it in on my actual weekly planner. So we're going to use the meal planner this month. All right, so I'm going to date everything in, and then I'm not going to go ahead and plan all of my meals for the whole entire month, although sometimes I do that. I am going to only just write in what I know we're having for this week, and maybe one day or so next week I think I know what we're having. And then later on throughout the month, I'll go ahead and fill in some recipes to try, and then it's pretty much just weekly, week by week. And actually, I'm just going to fill in the dates because remember, we're still in the month of November. So I'm not technically able to write in anything for December yet. So we're just going to date this for now, y'all. And then once I start to really brainstorm some ideas, I'll go ahead and write them in here, and then I'll transfer them week by week. I always check my pantry, fridge, and freezer first to see what I have on hand, and then I build recipes off of that. And then sometimes if I'm not building a recipe off of that, I still need to know what items I have so that way I don't overbuy. So all we're gonna do for now is just date this month out. We'll see how I feel after I date it. Maybe I'll look up some ideas on Pinterest, because that's typically where my ideas come from, or my recipe keeper, and just whatever I feel like I want to cook. So let's date this out really quick. We're going to circle December and write in the year 2022. And then you can also write the month in here if you want. And then we're going to go ahead and date it out. It starts on a Thursday. And then we'll see where we want to go from here. But as a part of my prep work, usually I'll date everything out, and then I'll go ahead and start to fill in some recipe ideas or some meal planning ideas. If I have them and if I know kind of what I want to do, then I'll go ahead and do that. I know I do have some pork shoulder in the freezer, the deep freezer, and I wanted to make some carnitas. So I think maybe I'll write that in. I'm going to start on the week of the 5th. With the meal planning for this month, because everything that I'm doing this week would be here, and I can write it in, but it's already, you know, in my current planner setup or my current week, in terms of what we're having. Although I did purge that week out, because I told you I've been doing pretty bad with planning. And so I went ahead and purged it out, but I already know what I'm making, so I'll just go ahead and write it in there. And then any of the new recipes I'll be writing in on the other weeks. You guys know I cook Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The other days are leftovers, and that just is what works for us. So let me go ahead and date this out really quickly. Okay, so this week for dinner, we are having, I'm gonna pull this out. Sometimes it just works better for me to pull it out. Okay, so this week I know that we are having 29, 28, 27. I'll date this out really quick. Okay, so today is Wednesday. So tonight we're having I think we're gonna have sweet potato hash. I got all of the stuff that I needed for the sweet potato hash, and then also for a Mexican meatloaf. So I think we'll do the Mexican meatloaf on Friday. So this is going to be sweet potato hash. And I think I said I'm pairing that with, what did I say I was going to pair this with, y'all? I can't recall. So I'll just write that in for now. And then again, remember, we do leftovers, so that's what we'll have Thursday, and then Friday we'll have the Mexican meatloaf. And that's with rice. All right, and that is going to be what we have for Saturday. So usually, again, I cook Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the next day is the leftover. And the only day that, you know, I would have to have enough leftovers for Sunday, or Sunday is just an out day, you know. And so typically it's like a fend for yourself day, because I can't cook every day, y'all. I just can't. So we don't always go out, but I write it here just so I know that I'm not cooking, although I already know. And then Monday we had pasta, so I'll just write that in. And we had what did we have? Brussels sprouts. My husband cooked, y'all, and that is not usual. Normally I cook everything, so that was a breath of fresh air. So Monday we're gonna have I kind of want to do carnitas, but I'm just gonna write pulled pork, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna do carnitas or if I'm gonna do something else with that pork, but we're gonna have pork for sure. All right, and that's what we're gonna have for Tuesday. Not sure what we're gonna have for the rest of the week just yet. All right, and then there was a couple of recipes on Pinterest that I did want to try, so I'm gonna write them here. That doesn't mean we're necessarily gonna have that particular thing, but I do like to write it here just so I know. And And y'all, I do also have some red beans and rice that I put in the freezer from our trip. We went on a trip to Orlando with some of our friends, and I made some red beans and rice, and then I froze it. So I technically could fill that in somewhere here in the month, y'all, because I don't like to do it too far past a month in terms of freezing it, because I just feel like it's not going to be good. So let's do that on the last day of the month. And I'm sure when I pull that out, y'all, I'm going to be so happy that I did. So let's do red beans and rice. All right. And a lot of the stuff that y'all see here, you'll probably see a reel or a TikTok or a short on it, because I typically do my recipes and I film them too. So I'm going to write some ideas here. And if you guys have never seen this, it's awesome. So basically you have your recipe ideas and then you come into your weeks. So this is where I would put that first week. Again, we're starting here on the 5th. I technically could do, I think I have 5 weeks in here. So I could do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do the current week that we're in too if I wanted to. I'm pretty sure I have 5 weeks. Or maybe I don't, y'all. I'm not sure. Let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have 5 weeks. So I could go in here and write this down. Now, I don't necessarily need to because I've already got all the ingredients for it. I know what's happening. So I don't need to write a list out or find anything in the pantry. So it would be a waste. So I could use the 5th week for next, going into January, which I probably wouldn't do either because I purge everything out. Not everything, but I purge, kind of similar to this process for the next month. So I probably wouldn't keep these inserts in here. All right. And then there's a whole ton of other things that I keep as standard. These are all inserts that are included in the meal planner that I showed you, but I keep this here just so I can have an idea of, different things like items to keep on hand. And then I also have family favorites. So I could come here and I could see what I know is going to work for us. And I could add that to what I'm cooking for the week. So these are just some really, really cool inserts. So I do want to jot in some ideas because I think I wanted to make tortilla soup. So we'll write that in. And then I also like the zuppa toscana. It's soup season, y'all, from Olive Garden. Okay, and I know I have those on my Pinterest board. So I'm just gonna write Pinterest. And if I decide to do them, I'll check them off. And then I'm gonna put that it's a soup recipe. Okay, and then let's see if there was something else. I'm pretty sure there was something else I wanted to make. And I have a board on my Pinterest called Yummo. So if you're not following me on Pinterest, you should. And that way you could see all of my recipes that I pinned. And it's been so helpful to have it here on Pinterest. I want to try this black pepper chicken. And this also allows me, if I'm, most likely I probably will try these. But once I confirm that I want to try it, I can go ahead and buy all the ingredients. I can plan my month out. I can plan my weeks out. So this is very helpful. So I'm going to put chicken, and this is a chicken recipe. All right. I know I want to try that. And it's on Pinterest. So what else did I see? That Greek chicken bowl looks really, really good. Huh. Y'all, if y'all can see what I'm doing. There was one other thing in here that I saw that I wanted to try. See, this is what I'm making tonight. So good. Okay. Oh, that looks good. This Cuban chicken. Cuban chicken, black bean, rice bowl. All right, and that is on Pinterest. Okay, so y'all see, it takes a little bit of time to go through this process, you know, of planning and purging and all of that stuff, getting my month ready. But once it's done, it's done. Then all I'm doing is just going week by week, okay? So I think we're done with our meal planning. Again, once I get ready to sit down and do the week, then I'll sit on a Sunday and I'll sit down and I'll write in all of this. All right, so now we're going to move on to finances. So I went ahead and did a little pre-planning for my financial section. So I went ahead and wrote in all of my revenue from the different sources. And y'all, I don't mind sharing this stuff. I know sometimes, you know, some may feel like, you know, I should blur certain things out, or why am I showing certain things? I just don't feel like having to censor myself. You know, if it's something really, really important that I really need to hide, I will hide it. But otherwise, y'all, I'm an open book. So I don't mind y'all seeing all of this. And this isn't everything. So like, this is just for my At Home with Quita financial stuff. This isn't for our home stuff or Fancy Plans Co. This is just for brand stuff with At Home with Quita, and just revenue that comes in from YouTube and things like that. So, and bills that I need to pay just for myself personally. So I don't mind showing that. Okay, y'all know we have a whole financial wellness workbook, but I don't use that. It makes my planner a little too bulky. I do have a separate financial, or I have the inserts for the financial wellness in a separate planner, which is over here off to on my bookshelf. So I will go into that from time to time, but for the most part, everything is on this one insert. So I put all my credit card payments on the back, and I put the balances and the payments and all of that stuff, and that just works for me to just track it like that, and I check it off as it's paid. And I think for this month, I did pay a lot of stuff already. And then I highlight it when the balance is paid in full, and that helps me. So I do want to go ahead and write in all of those credit cards here, so that way I can see it in front of me in terms of when it's due. So I will go ahead and do that really quickly. And then again, at the bottom is just revenue that's coming in. This is everything revenue wise that I know that's coming in for At Home with Quita only. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and write in all of those bills. All right. Based on this right here, because I do put the due dates here. All right. And even if there's no balance on it, I still put it. So like Lowe's, I paid it off, but I still want to know that it's due on the 5th. And then my Target is already paid off as well. But I just want to see that that's the due date. All right, and that is all I do in terms of my financial section. Again, write in all of my bills here, and then write in my revenue here, and then on the back is my credit card stuff. That's all that I do, y'all. And again, don't mind sharing this. It's not like y'all gonna pay my credit card, okay? It's just, you know, I want you guys to see what exactly my process is. So this happens every month for me. So I went ahead and did this already because I wanted to take care of some credit cards that I needed to pay. So now, as a part of my process, you know, on a Sunday when I'm sitting down to really look at my week and I see what needs to be paid, I will go ahead and start chipping away based on the due date. I also do write these credit card payments on my weekly if I'm using like a standard weekly layout. But since I switched over to the monthly tasks, I'm not going to write it on the month because I already have it here. But I do like to write it in the week, just so I could see as I'm looking at my week what needs to be paid. All right, y'all, the last section, because we don't need to go into any of these other sections because there's nothing that I plan on a monthly basis. These are just for reference, and we will go into goals eventually. I'll do a whole separate video on that. So this is one of my favorite sections because I really get a chance to plan out all of my content and exactly what I'm doing for my business and social media. So sometimes I'm simple, y'all, and sometimes I'm not. As you can see, my monthly is very straightforward, very simple, and I like it like this. And then sometimes in the week, I'll get a little, you know, colorful, and I'll add stickers and different things like that. So what I keep in my week is this little page marker here, which we do have available in the shop, and frosted and clear, and it just allows me to add some sticky notes so I can see things in front of me. Like I have a whole bunch of videos I need to film, and so I like to see that here, and then I have some different reminders, but otherwise everything is pretty straightforward. So I can't purge this out just yet because I need it, and so all that I can do in terms of my December really is plan out my content. Again, I'm doing a video a day. I'm gonna try for December. I went ahead and wrote down some ideas here, and then I also love Notion. Y'all know I love Notion, and I think I'll probably do a video on that. So comment and let me know if you guys want to see me kind of show you my Notion, not how to use Notion, but just show you how mine is set up and I'll do that so you guys can see. So I'll write that in as a part of the video. I just didn't want to forget my ideas. And then maybe I'll show you guys my process of how I come up with content and where I store my ideas and things like that. I'll do another video on that too, maybe as a part of this month. But I'm going to be sharing with you guys a lot of planner, like, you know, prep stuff for 2023, some organization stuff to get ourselves prepared for 2023 as a part of this Planmas, I guess, but it's not really Planmas because it's not holiday themed. And so, I'm excited about that. So here's some ideas I wrote down of what are some of the videos that I want to do. So I'm going to pull this out, and then I am going to pull these out, and I'm just going to start filling in those ideas. And sometimes what happens with me is even when I fill in the ideas, may not always happen like that. You know what I mean? These are the things that I want to do, but sometimes they go out of order, and that's okay. This isn't reels or anything like that. And I've been popping this little half sheet in to write in, because sometimes I feel like at the top here, even though this is my to-do section, as you can see, I don't always have enough space to write in everything. So I pop in one of these, and then at the top here, I'll just do like recurring things. So like on Sunday, this is everything I do for the business, or like anything major, like new releases are always on Monday. Anything that I need to, that's recurring or that I just need to see, I'll put it here. And then this is like my running to-do list. So this has been so helpful to have because I always run out of space. Okay, so let's go ahead and start writing in these ideas after I date this calendar. All right, so now we're going to start writing things in. So this is the week that we're currently in. I'm starting on tomorrow. So it'll be the 1st through the 31st, but again, only on the weekdays, not on the weekends. So this particular video that I'm filming is on today, Wednesday, the 30th, and it's going to go live tomorrow, the 1st, y'all. I'm trying to see if I want to do an intro or like what I want to do, if I want to, I don't know yet. I'm still kind of playing with the idea of having like some sort of Planmas sort of intro. I don't know yet. We'll see. Okay, so we're going to write in monthly planner process. All right, so you guys are going to get a chance to see all of my content that I'm doing for the whole month of December. So that's pretty cool too, right? All right, and then Friday, I'm going to be doing Fancy Plans Co. monthly top sellers. I'm excited about that. Just adding more Fancy Plans Co. content here as well. And I'm hoping for 2023, y'all, to get really full force back into YouTube. That's why I'm doing this whole thing for the month where I do a video a day, because I just think that's going to help to push me forward. And it's a big goal of mine to just be consistent, you know, although I'm growing here, and that's mainly due to shorts. I want to get some full length video back going, y'all. I really do. So this is going to help me with that. Okay, so I have some other ideas here. So I am going to not check them off. I have a little thing that says film, so that tells me what I need to film. But I am going to just write them in no particular order, and we'll see where we end up, y'all. All right, so that is everything I had written on my list. So now I have to figure out what I want to do on those other days. So on my computer, I do have a folder with all of my ideas and some outlines for those ideas that I still kind of need to fine tune. And so I have a whole process for how something goes from idea to filming and all of that stuff. So I won't talk too much about that in this video, but I can go into that folder and I can look and I can see all of my ideas. I have a whole folder full of ideas. Okay. And I'm trying to fill it in with various content to really help to motivate you to finish out the year strong and to get some things organized around the house. So like I'm doing some kitchen organization. I'm going to do an Amazon bathroom organization. Okay, I'm going to probably... I may not do a pantry. I think I did want to do a refrigerator organization. So I'm trying to really spread out the content. So I won't do more than one Amazon video in a week. So there's one in this week, there's one in this week, there's one in this week. So I'm going to put one in this week. And then I have like some planner content to like help you to finish your year out, how to prep for 2023, how to organize your life before 2023. So I'm trying to really give you content that will help you to really feel good going into 2023, if that makes sense. All right, y'all. So this is all of the content that will be delivered to you hopefully this month, if all goes well. Okay. So we have everything again from Amazon finds for your kitchen, for your bathroom, for your fridge, and viral products for the month, to, you know, motivation. So how to deal with burnout, how to become that girl, you know, this one daily habit that will change your life, you know, things like that. So all of this, again, I already have outlines for. I do a pretty good job with getting that just started. And then during the week, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to edit all of these outlines and make sure I have all my talking points if need be, because there's some that I won't need any sort of outline for, which like my goals fold out, kitchen organization. So I'm just going to prepare my mind and make sure I have everything in order when that week comes. Again, we're not doing a video on the weekend, so this should give you a whole lot of content, y'all. And I'm hoping that you are totally here for that. So you could take a quick glance at this real quick, just so you can see what I'm doing, and y'all can try to hold me to it. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this in, and this is really the only thing that I do as a part of my monthly process. Remember, this is just talking about the monthly process. When it comes down to the weeks, I am going to be doing a full planner process video for the month of December, so that should be pretty cool, so you guys can see how this all translates week by week. When it comes to the sidebar here, I just put like anything, like if I have a brand deal coming up or something that's very important. I don't pretty much put any standard things there. Let me see what I did for the month of November. That's pretty much just, you know, important things. Yes, I had like some stuff coming up, and I had some video ideas, brand deals. I wanted to do a giveaway. I did 2 Amazon giveaways. I want to do another giveaway, y'all. So I'm going to write that here. I want to give away a air fryer. So I'm going to put that here just in case I don't give it away this week that we're in, because I do have it on my weekly calendar that I want to give it away, just so you guys can see. It's right here. Yep. All right, so y'all, we are done with this whole process. And then again, if I need to break a video down, like 3 videos for the month of December, I need to break down, I use these inserts, and I'll just put it all here. And this has really, really helped me, y'all, to be able to see what I need to pull. So like the Fancy Plans Co video, which I'm about to film next, I need to pull all of these things so that I could have them ready for the video. All right, so let me just do a quick flip through again, not of the whole planner, but just show you what we just did today. So we didn't do anything with the inbox section because this is just for reference and I'm constantly adding to it. But I went to my calendar section. I filled in my at a glance pages with anything that was on my phone. And then from my at a glance pages, I went to my calendar section. I added new inserts. All right, we're gonna try out the monthly task layout. I went ahead and wrote in all of my appointments for the month, so I know what I'm doing. Now I just gotta figure out how I'm going to use these. And then we went to the school section. For this section, I went ahead and wrote in all of the dates here, and then I put a little triangle here so I could see that there was something important happening on that date. I broke them down here, and anything that I needed to add onto my main calendar, which was just a couple of things like winter break, and there was one other thing that I added, the digital learning day, onto my regular calendar. I did that. This is the only page I used for that. Then we went into the meal planning section, and I went ahead and I filled in all of the dates, and then I wrote in some meals that I know I want to have for the month. I wrote in some recipes I wanted to try. Then we went into finance. I wrote all of my credit card and bill payments here, and I also should have wrote in like my payment dates here, like my AdSense, and I could have wrote in some other dates because I don't typically write the dates in here. I just know I'm getting paid for those dates, and I pretty much know when they're coming in, but normally I do also like to write that here as well. So I wrote in just all of the payments just for At Home with Quita, not personal finances, family expenses, anything like that. All right. Then I went into my work section and I planned my whole month of content, y'all, for December, which I'm really, really excited about. And I'm hoping that I can stick to the schedule. Again, we're filming this video today. It's going to go live tomorrow. And we are filming this video today as well, which is going to go live on Friday. So that will help me. That'll give me the weekend to be able to regroup and maybe film on Sunday, this video on Monday, or I could always film this video on Monday. And then this video will probably be filmed on Monday too, because I try to like bulk film if I can. And that really helps me. So as y'all can see, process is very simple, very straightforward, a little bit detailed for me. And so I think that this could translate and help anyone to be able to plan if you have these different parts of your life that you plan for. So we really just did work, meal planning, finances, school. We really just did these sections here. So these are really what I am, the sections that I'm into on a daily and weekly basis and monthly basis. These other 6 here are just really for reference. And then we'll come back into goals when I do the goals fold out video. So I'll share with you guys the goals I may not write in my goals for 2023. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to show you how to assemble that. And so that is my monthly process. I sit down every single month and I do everything that I just showed you. So that way I can make sure I'm prepared on a monthly basis. I know what's going on. Again, y'all, I do use my phone. I do use some other digital resources like Notion. And Notion is where I house all of my ideas for business and social media. Again, I do need to write that video here just in case I do it. I'm not sure if I will do it, but I'm going to write it here at the bottom. Video ideas, just in case I want to do Notion. And if something changes with any one of these videos, I can fill in any of my video ideas that I wrote here. All right. And so Notion really has helped me digitally to be able to kind of keep it all together. This is how that looks. So I come into various sections for different things, and that's where I keep all of my video content ideas. So I will go ahead and in Notion, I'll put that these are scheduled. So there's a way that I can do that in Notion. There's also a calendar in Notion that I could use, but I don't use that calendar. But I want to go ahead and put the date in Notion for all of these videos, just so I don't see that as a potential idea that I could do in the future. I want to know I've already done that video, and Notion is a great way for me to track that. And I do also track all of my reel ideas, which I write here for short videos. I track that in Notion, and then I pull from Notion, and I have a whole system, you guys. So that way, again, I don't redo that video, and I schedule it here in this particular section. All right. So y'all, that's my whole entire monthly process, not weekly process, only monthly process. So when I do my planner routine video and I share with you guys that process, we'll break down the weeks so you guys can see how that looks. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm going to try to condense this video down as long as I can. I think it's over an hour. So we'll condense it down just so it's not so overwhelming. And so let me know if you guys have any questions about anything that I talked about today. I used all Fancy Plans Go bronze, okay? So everything from the cover, which is beautiful, right? To all of the inserts, to the pins, to the stickers, everything is from Fancy Plans Co. Y'all, by the way, we have redesigned our website, y'all. So our website, I'm hoping, is more functional. So head over there, let me know, comment below, let me know what you think of it. Let me know, are you guys doing any sort of Planmas? If you're a YouTuber or you're a content creator, I would love to know how you do that. I am just doing just the weekdays, but do you do the weekend? Comment below and let me know. This is my first year doing this. Again, it's not gonna be a true Planmas or Vlogmas because that's more holiday themed, and I'm not doing that. I'm just doing my own little spin of just a video a day for the whole month of December to get you organized, to get you inspired and ready to tackle 2023. So that's the content that I'm going to be producing for this month. So again, if you need anything, Fancy Plans Co. is definitely a good resource for you. And then y'all, don't forget, we have our new coiled planners. So this is the meal planner. This has everything you need for 6 months of meal planning. And then we have several different layouts available for our planners coiled, y'all. Okay, so I'm really excited about that. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I am here for you. We are in this together. I would love to hear from you. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by my channel today. I hope that you'll be here with me for the whole month of December with a video a day content. You'll be inspired. And so make sure to come back by and catch me on the next video, in which case I'll see you guys then.